Good morning to all of you. And in the last chapter 6, we discussed about natural vegetation and wildlife. Means how many types of forest, and also we discussed about different type of grasslands, and uh, one more type of vegetation. Uh, um, Land, that is about tundra. Tundra is basically such places where whole year uh, ice sheets are found. We can say that tundra regions are the polar regions of our earth, where whole year there is nothing but uh, ice and snows. So today we will discuss about human environment and settlement, transport and communication. So we have already in chapter first we discussed about in environment there are three components comes. First is natural component, in which we discuss about atmosphere, lithosphere, hydrosphere and biosphere, and other the part of environment that was man-made. In man-made we discuss we saw about buildings, bridges, roads, parks that were created by man or human beings. We also saw human itself is a part of environment. uh, it also contributes to make a environment uh, by individual presence, by the presence of a group, by community, by religion, by political manner, by economical manner and other several manners. So human is itself a part of an environment, and the things that were made by human is also the part of environment. So in this chapter basically we will discuss about human environment. Settlement, how humans are settled in this on this earth, and how their transport and communication works. So what about which I am talking, the thing is beginning here. In chapter 1 you have learned that earlier human beings depended entirely on nature for food, clothing and shelter. But with time they learned new skills to grow foods, build homes, and develop better means of transport and communication. In this way, they modified the environment where they lived. Settlements are places where people build their homes. Early human beings lived on trees and in caves. When they started to grow crops, it becomes necessary to have a perma- permanent home. The settlements grew near the river valley as water was available and land was fertile. The reason behind uh, settlement nearby the river, there are two reasons: uh, the need of water and also the fertile land. With the development of trade, commerce, and manufacturing, human settlements become larger. Settlements flourished and civilization developed near river valleys. Do you recall the name of civilization that grew along the bank of rivers? Indus, Tigris, Nile, and Hwanghe. This is in China. Settlements can be permanent and temporary. Settlements which are occupied for the short time are called temporary settlements. The people lived in deep forests, hot and cold deserts, and mountains often dwell in such temporary settlements. They practice hunting, gathering, shifting, cultivation and trans trans transmans. However, more and more settlements today are permanent settlements. In these settlements, people build homes to live in. Do you know the place where the building or a settlement develops is called a site? The natural condition for selection of an ideal site are favorable climate, availability of water, suitable land, or fertile soil. Hmm. That's why the people in the ancient time uh, prefer to settle nearby the rivers. Hmm. Transhumans. It is a seasonal movement of people who rear animals move in search of new postures according to the change in season. It was Mari's Mari's birthday party. She and her friends were waiting for Gurpreet to arrive so that Murray could cut the cake. At least Gurpreet arrived, tired, coughing, and wheezing. She explained that the traffic jam was terrible. Mary's mother, Mr. Thomas, patted Gurpreet's back and said, "Oof, the pollution in our city." Prasad had rarely come for his village. He asked, "Why do we have such traffic jams and such pollution in the cities?" The numbers of vehicles is increasing day by day due to the growing population in the cities. Mary's father, Mr. Thomas, replied. Mary asked, "Then why are people coming to the cities?" Her mother replied, "They come to looking for jobs, better education, and medical facilities." Maurice further inquired, "If so many people keep coming to city, where will all the people live?" Mr. Thumbs said that in why you see so many slums and square, squares settlements where people stay in congested and unhygienic condition. Shortage of power and water supply are common problem in the cities. Prasad said, "Our villages may not have big cinema hall, well equipment, occupied schools and good hospitals, but we have lot of open space and fresh air to breathe in. When my grandfather was sick, we had to rush him to city's hospital." From the above conversation, we can identify two different picture of the settlements, the rural and the urban settlements. The villages are rural settlement where people are engaged in activity like agriculture, fishing, forestry, craft work, and trading, etc. Rural settlement can be compact or scattered. A compact settlement is a closely built area of dwellings wherever flat land is available. In a scattered settlement, dwellings are spaced over an extensive area. This type of settlement is mostly found on hilly tracts. Think forest and the regions of extreme climate. In rural areas, people build houses to suit their environment in regions of heavy rainfall. They have slanting roofs, place where water accumulates in the rainy season. The houses are constructed on a raised platform or sides. Thick mud walls, houses with thatched roof are very common in area of hot climate. Local materials like stones, mud, clay, straw, etc. are used to construct houses. The towns are small and the cities are larger. Urban settlement in urban areas, the people are engaged in manufacturing, trading, and services. Name some of villages, towns, and cities of your state. Transports. There is a igloo. Where do you find dwellings made of ice? Who makes them and what are they called? Igloos, and they are made in place, tundra areas, mainly in polar region. Transport. Transport is a Transport is the means by which people and goods move. In the early days, it took a great deal of time to travel long distances. People had to walk and used animals to carry their goods. Invention of the wheel made transport easier. With the passage of time, different means of transport developed, but even today, people used animals for transports. In our country, donkeys, mules, bullocks, and camels are common. In the Andes mountains of South America, llama are used. Are the yaks in tribe Tibet. The early trades from other countries used to take several months to reach India. They took yearly the sea route or the land route. A- Aeroplanes have made travel faster. Now it takes only 6 to 8 hours to travel from India to Europe. Modern means of transport thus saves time and energy. Let us do. List the different mode of transport used by the students of your class while coming to the school. I will ask today. Do you know there are several nation, national, national and state highways in India? The latest development in India is construction of expressways. The Golden quadrilateral constructs Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, and Kolkata. Swarnim Chaturabhuj. We will we had discussed about in here in our yearly classes when I was in 7th class. So we will say this golden highways, Swarnim Chaturbhuj, who connects the Delhi, Kolkata, and Chennai and Mumbai, all four uh, major cities of the India, capital cities, great cities. Roadways, the moment commonly used mean of transport, especially for short distance, are road. They can metalled and unmetalled. The plains have a dense network of roads have also been built in terrains like desert, forest, and even high mountains. Monali Leh Highway is the Himalayas mountains in one of the highest roadway in the world. Roads built underground are called subways or underpaths. Flyover are built over raised structures. Do you know the train from Seizing to Lhasa runs at an altitude of 4,000 meter above the sea level, and the highest point is 572 meters in China. Railways. The railways carry heavy goods and people over long distance quickly and cheaply. The invention of the steam engine and the industrial revolution helps in speedy development of rail transport. These diesel and electric engines have largely replaced the steam diesel I am diesel in the place. Super fast trains have been introduced to make the journey faster. The rail network is well developed over the plain areas. Advanced technological skill have enabled laying of railways line in difficult mountain trains also, but these are much fewer in number. India Railways network is a well developed. It is the largest in Asia. The Trans-Siberian Railways is the longest railway system connection. St. Petersburg is in western Russia to Vladivostok on the Pacific Ocean. This is the in Russia. That is the longest railway. Uh, it almost covers whole Russia from one end to the another. Water waves. You have already learned that since early days, waterways were used for transportation. Waterways are the cheapest for carrying heavy and bulky goods over long distance. They are mainly of two types: inland waterways and sea routes. Inland waterways and sea route. Navigable rivers and lakes are used to inland, not inland waterways and sea routes. So navigable rivers and lakes are used to inland waterways. Some of the important inland ways are the Ganga Brahmaputra river system, the Great Lakes in Northern America, and the River Nile in Africa. Sea routes are sea routes and ocean routes are mostly used for transporting merchandise and the goods from one country to the another. These routes are connected with the ports. Some of the important ports of the world are Singapore and Mumbai in the Asia, New York, Los Angeles in the North America, Rio de Janeiro in South Africa, Durban and Cape Town in Africa, Sydney in the Australia, London, Rotterdam in Europe. Can you name some more ports in the world's no, I have no idea what, but I can uh, uh, name some of Indian ports like Paradip in Odisha, Andhra, we can say, which Punna in Chennai is also a port, Kolkata, and Kerala, Calicut, and other I have no idea. Karachi may be a port. Karachi is to a port, and which one? Which one? I have no idea more about this airways. There is a fastest way of transport developed in the early 20th century. It is also the most expensive due to the high cost of fuels. Air traffic is adver- adversatile affects by bad weather like fog and storms. It is the only mode of transport to reach the most remote and distant area, especially where there are no roads and railways. Helicopters are extremely useful in the most instable area and in time of climates for rescuing people and distributing food, water, clothes, and medicines. Some of the important airports are Delhi, Mumbai, New York, London, Paris, Frankfurt, and Seattle. Communication. Communication is the process of conveying messages to others. With the development of technology, humans have devised a new and a fast mode of communication. The fig explains the evolution of the communication system. The advancement in the field of communication has brought about an information revolution in the world. Different modes of communication are used to provide information, to educate, as well as to entertain. Throughout newspapers, radios, and television, we can communicate with the larger number of people. They, they are therefore called mass media. The satellites have made communication even faster. Satellites have helped in oil exploration, survey of forest, underground water and mineral wealth, weather forecast, and di- disaster warning. Now we can send electronic mail or email through internet. Wireless telephonic communication through cellular phones have become very popular today. Internet not only provides us with worldwide information and infrastructure but has also made our lives more comfortable. Now we can reserve tickets for railway, airways, and even cinemas and hotels sitting at home. With this kind of the entire connectivity of people, services, and institutions across the world, we are a large globally society. Let's do find out the names of some newspapers and TV news channels in English, Hindi, and regional languages. All have both medias, no much and better ways. Air routes, sea routes. So I can now answer the name of some ports. So then Durban, Cape Town, and Lima, Hugo, Bangota, and Gibra, Bra, Branhingham, Adam, Jordan, Judah, Dubel. Ah, this is not correctly. Chennai, Colombo, and Istanbul is a port to Rome. So lots of ports and airports are given here in this map, but the text is not clear. It is a blurry, too much blurry. So now we are going to discuss the exercise answers. What are the four means of transport? Roads, railways, airways, waterways. What do you understand by the term settlements? Settlements means the place where people settles for a long period, or we can say not temporarily but permanently, uh, mostly. uh, and the settlement of any places depends on mainly three factors, mainly the availability of water, the the quality of land, the quality of soil, and the weather. Mm. Which are the activities practiced by the rural people? Mainly activities for the living means they mostly do farming, fishing, um, manufacturing of little bit goods, and also crafting a little bit. Mention any two merits merits of railways. Merits, not demerits. So merits of railway is firstly it is affordable in price, and it is better for long distances, and you can say it can transport a huge number of people as well as good from one place to another place. If you compare this railway, there is no competitor in the transporting the bulky goods and the huge amount of goods from one place to another place. No one is in the comparison with the railways. So that is the merit, that can be the merit of the railways. What do you understand by the communication? Communication is nothing but to mm, connect the people and messages. I will also discuss one more time. I will read this one more time. Communication is the process of conveying message to others. With the development of technology, human have devised new version to convey the message. Just message can be for any means, for any purpose. So the 2 days, not 2 days but from long days, we use different type of communication means, and nowadays there are lots of advanced communication system as compared to the early years. In early years, for the sending messages we were use physical letters with the people's postmans and different animals are used to for the transporting the messages from one place to another place. But nowadays we can use mobile phones and different digital technological devices from transporting masses within a just second. And ancient time they takes months or some in some conditions they may take years from one continent to the another continent. But nowadays we it is so easy, you can just send a message within a second, within a click of button, without clicking a button, because today's there is a age of assistant, so you can just uh, give a command to your assistant that is in your device, and he will automatically send a message or phone call to your communicator. And we also discuss about communication in mass media. Mass media is nothing but a means of sending messages to a huge amount or a huge number of people, a large number of people. So for this we use internet, podcasting, and mainly newspapers. But these days are digital era, so we are using for mass media mainly internet and social media. What is mass media, about which I discussed? Uh, Take the correct answer, which is not a means of communication. Telephone, books, table. Books are to the means of communication, because if you want to send a message, any philosopher, any scientist, any researcher, any professor, uh, whatever he learns, he gather information from all over the world, from all his the whole lives or his entire life research, they store in a book, and so that the people can take this information, or even the current writers send their message, their point of views, their research, their experiments, whatever they gather knowledge, uh, they gather it in a book format and send it to the people of the whole world. If there is a um, researcher or scientist in Africa, and he researched about something, so how will he introduce the whole world with the his research? It may introduce with the social media by uh, writing articles, blogs, and shooting videos. The other can be the better ways. He will format those all research in a book, and he will transport it and send it to the whole world. So books are to the way means of communication. Which type of road is constructed under the ground? Flyover, expressways, subways. Mm. Flyover are constructed when there any object or any places come across in the path of the road, then it is uh, constructed. Which mode of transport is most suitable to reach an island? Ship, train, car, ship. Which vehicle does not pollute the environment? Cycle, bus, aeroplane, shackle. Match the following: internet, canal route, urban areas, compact settlement. Area where people are engaged in manufacturing, trade, and services are called urban area. Closely built areas of houses are compact settlement. Houses on sit stilts, houses on stilts. I don't think. Inland waterways, a means of communication. Internet. I have doubts into the houses, stills on, and inland canal routes, and houses on stills. It may be compact. So all are fine. Give reason. Today's world is shrinking due to the better means of transport and communication. It is shrinking because it is nowadays it is very easy to reach uh, any people by using the better uh, means of transport, and also it is easy and very easy to send his message from the entire for the entire world in a within a just minute and second. So we can say the world is shrinking nowadays. No, because today's people are having the dreams on settlement of moon and Mars. So what is this earth for them? Huh? but that is nothing but just blind imaginations and uh, a, a signing hypothesis. Hmm. So next section is for fun. So for fun, I will do fun. Uh, is saying construct a survey in your locality and find out how people communicate to their respective workplace using more than two modes of transport, more than three modes of transport, stay within walking distance. Mention which mode of communication you will prefer most in the following situation. Your grandfather has suddenly fallen ill. How will you inform the doctor? By phone. Your mother want to sell the old houses. How will she spread this news? By phone, by newspaper. You are going to attend the marriage of your cousin, for which you will the abstract for the school, absent for the school for the next 2 days. How will you inform the teacher? I will inform the teacher by attending the class, because I don't believe in the kupratha of Sabi, and that's why I'm going to switch off my null.